Hi sunshines, and welcome to my room in the Netherlands. I'm really excited for this video because I woke up today and the sun is shining, it's bright outside, and what better day to film a room tour than today. Before we start, I do want to clarify that room decoration is always a work in progress, and I feel like I definitely will change up some aspect of the room setup that I have now. With seasons changing from winter to spring, I might want to switch things up a little bit, but I just wanted to show you guys how I've done it up now so far since I moved in the beginning of February. So it's been like 2 to 3 weeks. I wanted to show you guys what I've done with it so far and how I've made it my home. I'm gonna throw it all the way back to when I first moved in. I just moved into my dorm. So I literally just got here like 5 minutes ago. My resident assistant checked me in and everything. So this is the first look of the room. Don't mind my hair. It's very sweaty walking all the way here. I already did a 360 for you guys, so you kind of know what it looks like already. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. I didn't know that it was going to be this big. It's very spacious compared to in Cat and also my room at home, and I think it has a lot of potential. Obviously, I have no furniture yet. I haven't got on my bedding. I'm gonna get it delivered tomorrow. For now, I will just be unpacking my luggage, which I finally get to do after like a week of staying here. I didn't unpack when I was at the Airbnb because I didn't want to have to pack everything together again.
In phase 1, I was just focused on moving in and unpacking all my belongings, seeing where my different categories of items should go within the room, because I am a huge believer of everything is meant to have its space. I left the structure of the room exactly as it was, first to evaluate it better after I put away my stuff. Of course, I can't leave out my dance breaks. And this is the finished look on day 1. I barely had anything much in the room. It's in its skeleton phase, but I roughly knew where I wanted everything to go, and it did feel really nice to sort of put down some roots in the Netherlands and think about how I wanted to spruce it up even more. For the first night in my room, I literally slept on a bare-ass spongy mattress with no pillows and no blanket, which was so ratchet, but at least the heating in the room is top-notch, so I wasn't actually that cold. My IKEA box of things finally came. Phase 2 was consolidating all the necessary daily essentials. I had placed an IKEA order for the day after I arrived, and that mostly consisted of bedding. So let me tell you guys, I've never owned a duvet in my life. I sleep with those towel-like Asian blankets at home. If you know, you know. So it was interesting dealing with an actual duvet and duvet cover for the first time. I don't know if there's any hack to it, but I kind of just shoved it into the cover until the corners fit nicely. And I seriously think I can't go back to the pre-duvet life now. A good blanket is just life-changing. After a lot of wrangling, this is my finished bed. So I've got the duvet with the beautiful, cute duvet cover, and have a sheet underneath, which is a lot more translucent than I thought it would be. But I do have another one that might be thicker, I'm not sure. So I can swap that out when it gets a bit dank. It's my bed. So for IKEA haul part 2, I got the laundry basket, just a really like cheap plastic one, so that, I mean, I'm just gonna put dirty clothes in it, so I didn't want to invest too much. And then I also got a bunch of hangers, because the ones that they gave is really nice, but it's way too little, so I got a bunch of new ones. I have these organizers, which I'm planning to put socks and undies and things inside so that it's not super disorganized. And then I've got to unbox this, which are some lights for the mood. And then my room is outside packing all of the stuff that we got to share. As you guys just saw, I also bought a couple more things with my roommates to add to the daily necessities. There wasn't much to do for the laundry basket clearly, so here I'm assembling the organizers. To be very honest, they do feel pretty flimsy and aren't something I would go for in the very long term because the dividers are really just made of corrugated fiberboard material and it's not sturdy. But for these few months, they will do the job, and I like that it gives a bit of structure to my wardrobe to separate out my socks and my smaller garments. Phase 3 is when I started rearranging the room furniture to get a feel of what works and what doesn't work for me. One of the things I shifted was the table, which intuitively is meant to match up with the whiteboard on the wall, but I didn't like how that it's actually in a darker part of the room, and I need my working space to have a lot of light because it makes doing tasks much more productive for me, and I just like functioning in a brighter environment. Although this ended up not being my final position, I also switched up my bed to align with the inner wall instead of the wall that has the door because it felt kind of odd to be sleeping so close to the entry point of the room. I felt like someone was gonna bust in any minute and attack me. I don't know why. I also initially moved the chair to where the table used to be because I thought that it would be a nice place to relax and read a book or have a change of environment for work. I just picked up my rack off of this kind lady's home up above there. Here is... and I gotta cart that shit home. Which I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do, to be honest, but I think I will catch the tram and then catch the train. And I also bought like more groceries. I have so many groceries, guys, like I don't understand why I have to keep picking up like cleaning stuff. And anyway, I'm gonna try and get home now. But like it was a pretty good deal. It was only 10 euros, so yeah, let's see. Phase 4 was the most exciting but also the hardest phase of doing up my room. First of all, this rack was a bitch to lug home and assemble. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I severely underestimated how bulky it was, and it somehow didn't register in my brain that it's made out of metal, which makes it even heavier because it's quite a big clothing rack. But we made it, even though I had to take some pit stops to carry it back, but we made it. And when I got back, I realized I have no screwdriver to put the pieces together. So what did your girl do? I used my hands. I thought I recorded the assembly, but I didn't press the button. But anyway, it came together eventually, and yes, it is slightly unstable because, like I said, I had to use pure manpower to fix in the screws, but honestly it does the job, and as long as it doesn't fall apart anytime soon, I'm happy. Again, this isn't the final position of the table or the fairy lights, but my next mission was to try and fix the fairy lights up anyway, just to see what works the best. And these are from IKEA, and they're the cheapest that I could find while being long enough to stretch around the wall. The first time I dabbled with a few different wall positions, but I couldn't actually put it up because I had no tape or hooks of any sort, so I had to pause my experimentation and buy some tape back because that's also the easiest option without being too hard on the eyes. And I decided to just string it up around my table, which I'd moved more to the back of the room to see if I liked it better. But we're not done yet. Let's take a look at me trying to thrift yet another piece. If I look scared in this clip, it's because I 100% was. The meetup place was in the south of Rotterdam, which is stereotypically considered to be more dangerous, and it was also at night.
So I've managed to somehow squash the mirror into a carrier, which I have then fit onto my arm, and it's so uncomfortable, but I need to get home with my bike, so we're gonna see what happens. This is the lengths I go to, guys. Honestly, I'm a little bit crazy. Yeah, I am a little bit crazy. And here we are. This is how the room looks like right now. I will proceed to bring you guys around. Welcome to my humble abode. So we'll start with this little corner here, which is one of the first things you see as you come in. It's obviously my bag section, and these are the couple that I have with me right now. I brought my favorite red tote that Marianne gave me, a couple of grocery bags to shop in because in Europe they don't give you plastic bags, which is great. I brought a little bum bag from Herschel, which has been really useful. And this is actually a thrifted bag from the market, and it was €5. I've also stored my small luggage here at the side. So when we move here, this is the clothes section. I've got a rack. It did not come with the room. I actually bought this off Facebook Marketplace. It's from IKEA, and it was €10. And it came dismantled, so I had to figure out a way to lug this thing back home. It was a struggle, but I made it. But yeah, it's super useful. I just couldn't see myself not having a rack because I get to store my shoes on it, and obviously all the clothes that are kind of dirty but I don't want to wash it, or I just want to rewear. And this is kind of my winter color palette. I would say it's pretty accurate. I wear pretty basic clothing all of the time so that I can mix and match. And my towel is always on this side so that it doesn't mix with the rest of the dirty clothes. Over here we have our cozy little sitting area. To be honest, I don't use the couch much, which is why I decided to have the sofa and the table moved to this side of the room where it doesn't receive as much light coming in from the window, just because I rarely sit on that chair to chill or whatnot. But this is the little bedside table situation. I've got a handy pack of tissues, socks that I will wear, but I will take away for now. These are my dirty boxing wraps that I need to remember to wash. Behind that, I've got a pair of gloves that I really never wear, and my extra change of bed sheets. As for the couch, like I said, I don't really sit on it that much or use it really, but it's for guests if they come over and they want to chill somewhere. And usually I just throw whatever coat I'm wearing for the day over it. Moving on to the shelf. So fun fact about the shelf as well as the wardrobe is that this is non-shiftable. It's actually kind of nailed to the wall, so there's no way that I could change the position of this. But yeah, let's just run really quickly through what I have on the shelves. So the bottom shelf is all my medication and toiletry related things, plastics bags and cleaning materials. The shelf is for the soaps. I have put most of it in like the toilet already, but these are just the remaining. I've got my hair dryer, my small shaver, and random food related boxes or my antibiotics. But kind of miscellaneous. This is my entire skincare bag, which some of you may already be familiar with. I've shown it a lot in previous vlogs. Spare lotions and my contact lens, a small little makeup bag, and traveling pouch. I use this every single day. And then this is my tech and documents shelf with my trusty camera bag where I just load it with every single piece of tech that I brought along with me. The top shelf right here is for all my sports materials, so I'll just chuck my boxing gloves there along with my extra set of wraps and a little cap that I have yet to use, sadly. So this is how I've arranged my desk. Obviously I did a little cleanup before I started filming, but generally this is what it looks like. I've got my chargers here. Don't talk to me about cable management. I know it's probably frustrating to some of you, but I don't have a solution for it right now, okay? Then I've got all my tech stuff set up here, my computer, my iPad. Here is my pride and my joy. This is a mirror that I thrifted off Marketplace. Again, it was €5 and I actually had to cycle with this home because I kind of did not imagine it becoming so big. I was really not prepared, but it was worth every single penny and I use it every day. And to accompany this kind of floral corner, I've placed this houseplant that Ivan sent over, as well as a little diffuser which I just picked up from a random drugstore that was on sale. I just love this situation a lot because it really reflects the light from the window and it helps to open up the space and make it look brighter. This is my workstation. This is my view. So I actually like to have the windows open most of the time. I like a little ventilation, a little fresh air. Moving on to my bed. So obviously I haven't done much to the actual bed area or the bed itself. But what was really important to me was the position and placement of the bed inside the room. So if you guys remember, it was originally in this corner, stacked up against the orange strip, but I didn't like it because I specifically wanted to get more light in the morning as I was waking up. So I decided to shift it close here where it still be kind of dark because it's shaded by the wall, but it's still receiving a lot of light from the windows. And then when I wake up, I'm directly facing the morning light. And I think that's helping me to have a better sleeping rhythm. The fairy lights I also got off IKEA. I wanted something a little cozy to kind of read my books at night or just chill out on my bed. And this little paper decoration is from a random party shop that I Google Maps my way to just to add a pop of color to the whole bedroom situation. And I saved the packaging specifically for the video because I just felt like showing you guys. It's called a decorative fan. It was around €4 and it looks around the same, except, you know, I have no idea how to cover the brown part. I don't really like it, but I like to kid myself that it kind of resembles like a sakura. The last part of the room that we'll go through now is my wardrobe. Really nothing much to it. I like to put all my clothes outside on the rack, as you guys saw, because I don't like it to be congested inside the wardrobe. But here we have my tops, my bottoms, and my PJs / thermal wear. Here I've stored the coat that I am not using as often because it's getting warmer these days. And here at the bottom we have an organizer from IKEA, actually two. There's one at the back to store undergarments and socks and things like that. At the back I have my home / workout clothes. And then right at the bottom here I have more plastic bags. These ones are specifically dirty for shoes and the bags that I don't use as frequently, so my backpack and my duffel bag. And of course my luggage is right on top. So that's it for my room tour. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and touring my room with me virtually. The reason why I put so much thought and effort into getting like little pieces for around the room is because I love being in my room so much. I knew that I was going to be spending a lot of time in this room, so I wanted to make sure that the environment is somewhere that I feel comfortable in, that it's inspiring to me in some ways, and I can be productive here but also still chill when it's time to chill. And this is what it is so far. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think the arrangement is what works best for me because I love getting a lot of light. So my main living area is right in the front here, next to these beautiful windows. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it and enjoyed going through my room with me. I hope you're having a wonderful day because you deserve it, and sending you all my love. See you in the next one. Bye!